Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel, and I'm your host for LT Productions, and you are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering the Real Housewives of Atlanta after show. This is based off of episode 15. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video and also subscribe if you are new. And you can go on and leave your comments. So let's get into this after show wrap up. Okay, so how they get into this episode or to this wrap up is to talk about what Britt and Kelly got going on. For some reason, we didn't hear from Kelly, and that's kind of weird. So we hear from Britt. Um, first, Portia just lets on in regards to um, she knowing that it came back to her that her and Brent were having problems. When they were leaving Grenada, her, Phaedra, and Kelly, of course, had to stop in Miami and then go on to Atlanta. That's just how the flights are. So they had a private dinner, and Portia was asking, this was brought to me, and I just wanted to know what was up. And Kelly didn't give much. So before we go there, now I'll back it up. Britt explains what was going on. Because they were talking about, we thought y'all were the best of friends, Portia and Phaedra, and da-da-da-da-da. We thought y'all were like freaking frat, da-da-da-da-da. Y'all was dressing like twins and stuff. And Britt says, oh, that was Kelly's idea to dress up as twins. This was in Nashville during Portia's birthday party. She says, well, I'm a bad bee by myself. And I don't know why she wanted to do it. Then why did you do it? It almost felt like, I don't know if you were indebted to her, that she was giving you some glam that you couldn't afford. I'm like, why did you do it? You're talking all this ish now, but you still did it. Doesn't make sense. But I guess long story short, the only thing that Britt is admitting to them in the after show is that Kelly went behind her back and said not to do her glam anymore. So she said that her and Kelly had a conversation about it. And she said, I was in my feelings at the time, da 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 da. That's not making sense to me. Even though a lot of these housewives are doing that, they don't get to the root of anything, and they just glaze over everything and give this weird explanation as to why they did what they did or didn't do what they should have done. So I was like, okay. And that's why I was like, well, hopefully Kelly said something. But they didn't give her the floor to do it. Cynthia was saying, she heard about that, da 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 da, about the whole glam thing. It was just like the beginning and ending of their friendship. Whatever happened between the glam and all that. But what we learned in the episode is that Britt was meeting with the stylist alone, without Kelly's consent. And I think that's where it was like, ugh. Everybody's like, well, we share glam. Like with Portia and Phaedra. We share glam. Da, 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 da. It's no big deal. But wasn't it a big deal to you, Portia, earlier in the season because you and Drew share glam? And you were saying something about Drew was prolonging the time as to why. Now you relate to whatever function that was going on. Okay. I'm confused, y'all. I'm confused as to what's going on. Because I feel like Phaedra and Portia are just being fake ABs in these confessionals, these after show confessionals. I really do. Right now, they're in support of Britt, da 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 da. I'm like, what the crap? What the crap? Y'all were just talking ish, just like in last week's after show. I didn't cover it, but they were talking cash money ish during the episode, and then you get in front of her, and she was like, I don't understand why they was questioning donations and stuff. Y'all were the main ones that spoke up when Shamia brought it to you guys, and now you want to lie to her face. This group is weird. What What did they talk about next? They talked about the prime minister. I don't know who was hooking up. Oh, Shamia was trying hard to hook up the prime minister and Kelly. But then Kelly said, well, you were trying to do that with Portia too. But then Shamia's like, I was really trying to hook you up. You know that you had to still be loyal to your bestie. I don't know what that's all about. I mean, the prime minister, he don't have a choice in who he wants to pick, if he's going to pick any of y'all. Okay. What was I going to say? I just watched it, so I'm trying to remember, make sure I'm remembering everything. They start talking about the Jab Jab event. Cynthia, she talked about she had these pantyhose that she put over her hair as some type of hair condom. And it was like, well, don't you think that is going to really still soak into your hair? She's like, she wasn't thinking about that at the time. Like, basically, you need some real possible condoms or something plastic over you. But whatever. Was there any other conversation? They talked about Drew's glam. That last day in Grenada when they were sitting amongst each other and when Kelly threw the crystal thing. Drew talked about, I was having a hard time. And Cynthia said, look, after seeing how Drew was with her glam, with trying to get her lace front together, and Drew was like, no, my hair was sticking up. Really, Drew cannot do all this. She needs a squad and all that good stuff. So I understand. So Drew, keep your squad with you. That's what Cynthia said. So, hey, so that last day she wore that big hat. Cynthia gave it to her because there was no way that she would be able to function. She said that she still had some of the oil on her anyways and all that good stuff. The oil from last night from Jab Jab. I think Brett, they talked about getting Phaedra clean and all that stuff, getting all the cracks and crevices. Like, she really knows how to be clean. Okay, blah, 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 blah. So then they talk about Kelly's releasing of the crystal. Portia was like, I don't even understand that. Then basically Britt and Phaedra said the same things. Phaedra, don't you do Reiki? Aren't crystals involved in that, or at least an option to use? And you don't know nothing? Because all y'all talk about, oh, I just do God. Britt said, I do God and stuff. Like, yeah. But the Crypt Keeper, she has other forms of healing that's outside of God. But now we're just so clueless because we want to find ways to be shady. You should have been the one with your Reiki self. Just said, hey, this, a little bit, something. So whatever. Kelly talks about the release of the crystals and Again, as I said in my review for the episode, I don't know if I feel bad for her. And the reason is that how she decided to treat Drew, which makes no sense. All three, Portia, Drew, and Kelly, were going through similar divorces where they just had some men in their lives that were very whack and creating a bunch of hell. And I don't understand why she would be that way. Just to be on the show to cause drama. That is so crazy. You can empower Snapchat Cat, but you can't empower anyone else on the show. Or you'll get close to Shamia so you can now empower her. Like, you're selective with your empowerment. What is that? What is that? That was it for the after show. Not much going on. I still need to hear from Kelly. Because again, we heard Britt was going behind Kelly's back. That's all I got to say. But I appreciate everyone, again, for coming to my channel. Stay tuned all week. There's other stuff that comes out. If you guys are interested, I don't know. But hey, just stay on my roster. Stay what's going on my playlist. A lot more this week. I, again, appreciate you for coming. Like this video, subscribe, and until the next video, peace.